Get things together. Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid, resources, technical schools, training programs, skilled trade professions, career readiness skills, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I'm Toni Cureton, your host, and today we're going to be talking about what actually goes into a scholarship essay. So, let me make some screen adjustments here. Okay, so scholarship applications typically require students to write a scholarship essay to show the award committee why it is you, as the scholarship applicant, deserve the funding that they're providing. A scholarship essay shares what your values are, what your qualities are, in context to the specific question or prompt that they ask, such as, how does technology affect your daily life? Or who has been the greatest impact on your life? These are the types of questions that you'll find on scholarship applications. While they are competitive, essays give you an opportunity to demonstrate what your strengths are, what your goals and accomplishments are, and hope to be, and what you have learned in and out of the classroom. It requires plenty of thought to produce a winning scholarship essay, but the cost of tuition, which rises each year, and just one academic year's tuition and fees can range anywhere from $25,000 to $52,000, depending upon which school you select. Putting together all of the necessary research and tools and effort that would go into writing a scholarship application, it would be well worth doing all this work. It would be well worth it, because college tuition is expensive and it is increasing every year. So you may look at it as, oh my God, there's so much work and, oh, this is hard. Yeah, there's some effort that is required and that goes in it, but it's worth it, especially if you win the award. So if you are ready to roll up your sleeves, I am going to share a few tips with you that will help you produce a good scholarship essay that should win you some scholarship awards. So tip number one, there is no perfect scholarship essay or writing formula, but the vast majority of winning essays give the scholarship committees a good idea of what drives them, what drives you as a person, what are your passions, and what do you plan to do with your education. In short, write about you, who you are, write about your goals, share your story, share your experiences with the scholarship committee. What they're looking for when they receive your application and your essays, they're looking to gain insight as to who you are and what would make you a good candidate to receive that funding. So the more personal you make your essays, the more experiences you share with the scholarship committees about who it is you are, what your plans are, what your experiences, accomplishments have been, the better you position yourself to receiving a scholarship award. when you review scholarship essays, you don't want to read a generalized, run-of-the-mill, everybody submits this type of essay. You want your essay to stand out. You want to grab their attention from, the first sentence, the first paragraph, and make them interested and want to know more about you. That's the kind of essays that win scholarship awards. And these are the kind of essays that you should be writing. Tip number 2, make sure that you read your scholarship applications completely. Most scholarship applications will provide you with either a prompt or a question, and they want you to answer it. It's a sentence, it's a question. You have to look at it, read what they're asking you, and then you have to identify what kind of theme there is in this that you can construct and put together in your essay. Your essay could be about your leadership and your ability to lead in regards to the question or the prompt that they asked you. Or it could be about the impact that you have made or that people have made in your life in regards to the essay question that they ask you. Or it could even be about the community service that you performed in relation to the question that they ask you. Don't write an essay that begins 1 or 2 sentences about the prompt or the question that they ask, and then you veer off and talk about other things. Read their question, identify a theme that you can come up with based on your achievements, your experiences, and what your future plans are, and construct your essay based on that. You can write about certain experiences, accomplishments, how you choose to be involved, how you chose to be involved in these activities, what led you to donate your time on Saturdays in the soup kitchen, any challenges you may have faced, how you overcame them, and what lessons you learned from all of your experiences. These are the kinds of things that they're interested in knowing. They want to know, and they want to see, they want to be able to see your growth, how you went from one milestone to the next milestone to the next milestone. That's what they want to see when you write your essay. And so that's how you should construct it. The more you understand what kind of theme you need to construct for your essay, the better you increase your chances in being one of those standout candidates that they can look at and say, hey, yeah, this is intriguing, this is interesting. I really want to see this student with the award amount from the scholarship. Tip number 3, you have to be passionate. You have to be passionate, period, in general in life, but you really have to express and convey your passion in your essays. Some essay prompts will give you a free rein to write about any topic, and then some, are very specific in what they want you and how to direct you into answering what they want to hear from you. In any event, whether you have free rein or whether you're giving a constructed specific prompt or question, take advantage of the opportunity that each of them provide and really look at what they're asking and then apply it to your life and construct an essay based on your accomplishments and your experiences that will convey that passion. For example, your prompt may be to describe your proudest your proudest accomplishments. You can discuss how you volunteered, how you looked after a sick family member, maybe. My father passed in 2013, and he came and he spent the last couple of months of his life with me and my husband in our home. And that was a very proud moment for me because one, it said to me that my father really felt love in our home, and that's where he wanted to spend his last days. Two, it gave me the opportunity to express to my father how much I appreciated everything that he did for me when he was alive. And so if I was to be given, the prompt of describe your proudest moment, that would be one of the things I would talk about. And I would go into how the experience impacted my life and what I learned and gained from it. These are the kinds of things that go into successful scholarship essays. And these are the kinds of experiences that you can share that will pretty much guarantee that you win the award, because it's your personal experience. You're not speaking, clinically, about something that you heard of. You are actually sharing an experience of your life and what that experience means to you. These experiences, they give the scholarship committee a holistic view of you. It's not just about your academics. It's not about, not just about your test scores. It really gives them insight as to who you are as a person and how the funding from the scholarship award will be utilized and how it will benefit you. You need to write about something that you've done and have been doing for, a good period of time, so that you're able to truly convey the impact of that experience, as opposed to, something routine and that you don't give a lot of thought to. And, I had to do it because it was a school function. No, share stories about things that mean something to you, because if it means something to you, it will mean something to them as well. Tip number 4, do your research. Look into the organization or the school or the committee that's giving the scholarship award and find out how this scholarship came to be. There are some scholarships that are created because there was a student that went into education, but because they didn't have, the financial means to cover all of their tuition expenses, they had to work 3 jobs, and so as a result, they created this scholarship. Find out what the motivation is behind each scholarship that you apply for, and use that information in your essays to help connect you and the scholarship committee to the true mission of why it is they're offering the scholarship and how you'll benefit from it and what you'll utilize it for. Also, you can look up previous award winners and look up their essays and see what they wrote and see what they shared. That will also give you an idea of what's important to that scholarship committee. And once you have a better understanding of what the scholarship committee is looking for in an award winner, a person that they will award the scholarship to, you only increase your opportunities to win that award. Tip number 5, follow the instructions. Again, the prompts or the questions that the scholarship application prints out for you. It could be a basic question like, what was a challenge you experienced and that you faced in high school and how you overcame it, to something more complex, such as, how does drinking coffee help you study for the SAT or the ACT? The prompt or the question will help you to start and formulate ideas on how you want to construct your essay. Be sure to fully understand what it is expected of you from the prompt or the question. Make sure that you read it over and you read the instructions over multiple times so that you can really get a good sense of direction as to where you want to take your essay to, and create an outline, structure an outline with some bullet points of various aspects of your experience that you want to cover, so that you can print, put this together in your essay, and you create this very heartwarming story that exhibits your best character and accomplishments, and express your goals and your passions, and draws the reader in so that they can, just be like riveted and on the edge of their seats going, wow, I can't wait to award this student with this award, and see how their life actually turns out. It's important that you brainstorm and come up with multiple perspectives of how to approach each prompt or question that is on your scholarship application. And brainstorming helps ensure that you select the correct direction you should take your scholarship essay towards, and don't get off track. Again, you have to follow the instructions precisely. You can't just take it where you want to go. You have to address if they ask you, how do you think coffee has helped you to study for your SAT or your ACT? You can't say, well, I drink, 2 or 3 cups a day, and, it's really good. But my accomplishments are, this, and this. No, you really have to research how beneficial it is to drink coffee if you're a coffee drinker. Now, if you're not a coffee drinker, you can cater your essay around that premise. But if you do, answer the question, because you're a coffee drinker. Answer it the way they're asking you. Come up with multiple perspectives, narrow it down, construct an outline, go over your ideas, make sure that you're covering the areas that are meaningful and will, again, feature an insight into your character and what your future plans are. Got a little ahead of myself. Tip number 6, construct a comprehensive outline. One of the best ways to start constructing and organizing an essay is to create an outline, just as I said in the last slide. The outline serves as an essential tool to help you avoid structural mistakes, repetition, and to help you cover all your bases and ideas without rambling on. Your outline should read like a bare bones argument for why you deserve this scholarship and how your ideas relate to the prompt or the topic given. Once you start writing your essay in full, you can fill in the blanks with more details of your experiences and your accomplishments, so that you develop a full essay conveying who you are as a person, giving them insight as to who you are and what your plans are, because your main goal is to make sure that your scholarship essay stands out from everybody else's. That's why you can't be generic. That's why you have to be passionate. And that's why you really, really, really have to read all of the instructions, make sure that you stay on topic and not veer off into other areas that have really nothing to do with what they ask you and really don't feature the best characteristics or qualities that you should be trying to convey to the scholarship committee. Okay, tip number 7, be aware of the word limit. Many scholarships will have a word limit, sometimes they won't, and normally 250 word to 300 word scholarship is normally what the average scholarship application requires. Some may require a 500 word scholarship essay, but for the most part, it's usually 250 to 300 word. But no matter what it is, whatever it is that they tell you in the application, that's what you have to stick with. Even though you could write an essay, say, for example, if they asked you for a 250 word essay and you write a very good essay, 400 words, if you submit that, even though it was a good one and it's well written, you are probably setting yourself up for failure because it will be disqualified because you didn't follow the directions. Do not let, do not self, do not disqualify yourself. Do not self-destruct by not following what they say. If it's 250, if it's 300, do exactly that. Don't go over and don't be under, because again, it disqualifies your application. One of the things you have to understand is a part of what they're looking for is, can you follow instructions? And this is an easy one to mess up on because you just don't pay attention to the amount of words that you have to put in it, or you feel, well, it's no big deal because this is such a beautifully written essay. It may very well be, but stick to the rules. If they give you a word count, stick to that word count. There are ways that you can keep track of how many words are in your essay. If you do your essay in Microsoft Word or in Google Docs, they have a word counter at the bottom. There are also apps that you can add to your desktop or your laptop that will count your words as well. Again, going over as well as going under could be disqualifiers for you, and that's not your objective. Tip number 8, be realistic and specific. Tell them why you deserve the scholarship. This can be a challenging question to answer, particularly if you are applying for a need-based scholarship, because you may struggle with how transparent you want to be with regards to answering that question. You may have come to a financial hardship in your life, and you and your family may have experienced a difficult circumstance that you're not really comfortable in, utilizing in your scholarship question. But be honest, be real. If financial hardship is one of the reasons that you are trying to apply for the scholarship, share that. You don't actually have to go into, if you went into depression or you don't have to be that transparent, but express how, because of the pandemic, your family lost their jobs and, you had to move in with your grandparents and things were challenging. And so as a result of these challenges, you have developed a financial need that, this scholarship will help cover your tuition expenses and you'll benefit greatly. You can leave it like that, or you can go very deep into the actual circumstances that brought you to the position where you need to apply for the scholarship. How, you know, deep you go is up to you and how comfortable you feel. But you got to keep it real. You have to be authentic, and people have to get that feel from you when they're reading your essay. They want to know that you really mean what you say and you're not just making things up so that you can get the scholarship award. Tip number 9 is about revising and reviewing your scholarship essay. You have to make sure that you read it again, read it again, read it again. As you're writing your scholarship, make sure you take breaks and walk away from it. And when you come back, you have fresh eyes to look on your essay. When you do that, you may discover some mistakes that you might have overlooked. Make sure you read it and ensure that there is a flow in your essay and not just jumping sporadically from point to point. Also, find people that you can trust, your teachers, your friends, your mentors, advisors, your parents, and have them read over your scholarship essay and ask them for you know, their opinion, what they think, any tips that they may have to offer, as well as overlooking it and proofing it to make sure that you didn't make any further mistakes, you know. Also, understand that scholarship essays are not easy, but hopefully these tips that I've given you today, they will make it a bit easier for you. The bottom line is this: there are countless number of scholarships each year that go unclaimed because there are students that don't feel like they either qualify for or that it's too much of an effort to put into to try and get it. No, try and try again, and try for more than one. Don't just shoot for one. Write essays for as many as you qualify for, because again, college tuition is expensive and you want to eliminate having to pay out of your pocket or to take out student loans. Inevitably, especially if you're going for a bachelor's degree or anything beyond that, more likely than not, you're definitely going to have to do a student loan. But if you apply for scholarships, it reduces the amount that you'll have to take out in your student loan, or if you have to take one at all. So make sure you choose the right scholarship for yourself. Make sure that your scholarships and their missions and their essay topics match your background, your experiences, and your interests. If the scholarship topic is meaningful to you, just like I shared a couple of slides ago, it will be easier for you to write, it will be authentic, and it will be compelling. And it will also engage that reader, that scholarship award committee. You know, it will engage them and they will want to see or hear or desire to know more about you and be willing to award you with the scholarship. Don't shy away from applying for local scholarships with small dollar amounts. Again, you can apply for as many as you qualify for. They are stackable, and the more, the merrier. And if you apply for $250, $300, $500 award amounts, and you get multiple scholarships in those amounts, they can add up. Those dollars can add up. They can cover fees, they can cover books, they can cover room and board, they can cover computers. Those fees, those small awards add up, especially if you apply for more than one. Local scholarships may be more tailored to you and your background, you know, through your community and the neighborhood and the activities that you're involved with. So you should look into those. Also, the local scholarships, the people or the number of people that apply for them are fewer than when you apply for national and bigger scholarship amounts and awards. And you'll have a better chance of getting the local ones because there are not that many candidates that you're competing with. So here are a few places that you can look for local scholarships. You can go to your city's civic organizations, Rotary Club, Lions Club, Optimist Club. You can look at your churches, your synagogues, your mosque, your community groups like the YMCA, any ethnicity-based organizations, they have scholarships that are available. Your local library and small business associations, they have scholarships that are available. Organizations that are related to your city, your town, your school district may have them also. Unions, Teamsters, IBRU, which is the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, any of your skilled trades, they have and offer various scholarships for people to apply. If you are employed, check with your employer, your human resource department. There are so many companies now that are offering tuition reimbursement, where if you take a class and you pay for it, you pass it, you bring back the passing grade and the tuition statement, and the employer will reimburse you the amount you paid for the course. That is an excellent way to provide tuition assistance in your college education. Also, you can go to your various financial institutions, your banks, your credit unions, Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, which is our financial literacy sponsor. They offer a scholarship that's coming out in January. Every year, I do believe it's between $2,500 to $3,000. And again, it is essay based and driven. It's not based on your academics, and it's not based on your test scores. So these are all places that you can look up and Google to find local scholarships to assist you. And then here are the top 6 scholarship search engines that you can go to online to find other scholarships and awards that you can apply for to assist you with your tuition. College Board, Scholly, FastWeb, scholarship.com, careeronestop.org, and Scholarship Owl. These are all very good online resources that you can go to look up various scholarship applications that may be out there. So that's my presentation for today. Anybody have any questions, please feel free to unmute and ask away. Okay, no questions. Well, then we will bring this episode of College and Career Pathways to a close. Thank you again for joining. And everybody
Thank you, Ms. Toni.
Oh, you're welcome.
Have a blessed Thanksgiving.
Do the same. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Bye.